honor those that serve, and teach the next generation the value of freedom. For those of you that are seated, please stand, if you are able, and remain standing as we begin our ceremony with a moment of silence, the presentation of colors, and the singing of our national anthem. Please join me in a moment of silence to remember the fallen, prisoners of war, and those missing in action, and honor those who have served and are serving in this great nation's armed services. The colors will be presented by the American Legion Post 80. Color Guard, post your colors.
Left face.
Will Cooper McIntosh please come forward? Enfield's Kid Mayor. Cooper is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Cooper. Erin Maloney, please come forward to lead us in the national anthem. And please, feel free to join in.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Erin. That was beautiful. Everyone, you may be seated. It is my honor to stand before you today to remember our fallen, to honor those that have served or are still serving, and to teach the next generation that freedom is not free. Across our great nation, at over 4,900 locations similar to ours, there are millions of Americans gathering safely as one nation. In attendance today, we have several elected officials. They are federal and state representatives, town council, and board of education members. They have put their differences aside to attend today, as today we are all together, not above or below each other, but in support of one mission, to honor our veterans. Please raise your hand if you are one of our elected officials in attendance today, so we may recognize you. Thank you. As a country, we made a promise to our military and their families that we would never forget them. Today, we are keeping that promise, and we reflect on the nation's veterans and active duty personnel who have and continue to fight to protect the innocent and oppressed. Many of you here today have answered that call and served our country well, and for this, we say thank you. And we are honored to know you. If you are a veteran or are currently serving, please raise your hand so we may applaud you. Thank you. I would also like to make a special acknowledgement to our first responders that are participating today. Many began their careers serving in the military. When they departed the military or decided to join a reserve force, they continued to serve. I personally would like to say thank you for being here today and for your dedication to our community and country. Thank you. There are many men and women serving today in all branches of the military, here at home and in places far away, some places we have never heard of. These men and women are part of the best trained, best equipped force in the world. We honor them and their families for the sacrifices they make each day to keep our country safe. Quoting our 40th United States President, Ronald Reagan, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States where men were free." Today, we show a united front of gratitude and respect across our nation as we remember and honor and teach. We are privileged to have in attendance today some family members whose loved one made the ultimate sacrifice. They are our Gold Star families. Parents Richard and Linda Bixler, of Marine Corporal Stephen Bixler of Suffield, who was killed while conducting combat operations against enemy forces in Al Anbar province, Iraq, on May 4, 2006. Stephen's final resting place is in Arlington National Cemetery. Mother Kathy Johnson, mother of Lance Corporal Philip Johnson, 19 of Enfield, who was killed by a roadside bomb near Ramadi, Iraq on September 3, 2006. Philip's final resting place is in the Hazardville Cemetery. Parents Brian and Karen Doan of Petty Officer 2nd Class Dustin Doan, 26, of Suffield, who was killed while serving aboard the USS John S. McCain on August 21, 2017. Justin's final resting place is at the West Suffield Cemetery. Brother Carl Sferrazza of Angelo Sferrazza of Enfield, who was Enfield's first casualty of the Vietnam War. He was serving as a gunner when his helicopter exploded in midair. Angelo's final resting place is here in St. Patrick's Cemetery. Nephew Ed Richards of Apprentice Seaman Ralph White of Enfield, who was aboard the USCG Muskogee WAG 48 when it was sunk in the North Atlantic Ocean. Apprentice Seaman White was never recovered. If there is any Gold Star family members in the audience, please raise your hand and please come see me after the ceremony. From a grateful nation, I say to our families, thank you for your sacrifice. It is said, to be killed in war is not the worst that can happen. To be lost is not the worst that can happen. To be forgotten is the worst. Presenting the names of those from Enfield that have made the ultimate sacrifice are members from Enfield's Police Department, Enfield's Fire Department, and Enfield's Emergency Medical Service. A Gold Star mother, Kathy Johnson, a Gold Star brother, Carl Sperazza, a Gold Star nephew, Edward Richards. Thank you for being here today. And there is a slight change in our program. Our bell ringers are Frank Truriano Jr. and Thomas Truriano. It is said a person dies twice, once when they take their final breath, and again the last time someone says their name aloud. Today, we say their name. The American Revolution began April 19, 1775. In October 1781, the war came to an end. Between 25,000 and 70,000 American patriots died during active military service. Of these, approximately 4,435 were battle death. Kelly Davis of the Daughters of the American Revolution has been working on verifying Enfield's killed in action. This list is not complete and verification has been challenging, but we want to honor the 14 soldiers that have been identified today,
John Allen, Free Grace Billings, Edward Collins, Isaac French, Benjamin Gaines, Joseph Hall, and Jedediah Meacham.
The Civil War began April 12, 1861, and ended April 9, 1865. At least 618,000 Americans died in the Civil War, and some experts state the total reached 700,000. The number most quoted is 620,000. Still referencing EnfieldHeroes.com, which is Kelly Davis's website. Union battle deaths, 110,070. Connecticut killed and mortally wounded, 1,947. Total Enfield killed in action, 25.
Oliver Parsons, George Pease, Nathaniel Pease, Oliver Pease, Noah Phelps, Levi Terry, Soldier Barnum.
George Bell, James Bowen, Robert Boyle, Samuel Brown, John Childs, Charles Davenport, James Davidson, John A. Dixon.
James Dunn, William Gallagher, Joseph Glover, Michael Grace, John Green, Thomas Hayes, Peter Mann, Karl Marx, William G. Mitchell.
George Savage, Patrick Shea, James Slater, Michael Smith, John H. Steele, Emerson Wardell, William Wicks, Jason Wright.
World War II began July 28, 1914. The United States declared war on Germany on April 6, 1917. A ceasefire and armistice was declared on November 11, 1918. Total U.S. casualties reported are 53,402. Total Connecticut losses, 1,428. Total Enfield losses, 8.
Lyle Adams, Gillespie Bruno, Thomas Everett, Lazarus Hazami Baden, Timothy Handel, Samuel McCrae, Albert Poole, Horace Tangray.
World War II officially began September 1st, 1939. The U.S. entered the war following the attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941. The war ended on September 2nd, 1945. Total U.S. casualties were reported at 405,399. Total Connecticut losses, 5,047. Total Enfield losses, 47.
John Aerosmith Jr., David Austin, Edmund Bannon, Harold Biller, Francis Beniscus, Robert Corenzo, Howard Collett, Earl Conlon.
Edward Croto, Anthony Zerpak, Arthur DeLorge, Frank DeWolf, Carol Duville, Stanley Zaria, Frederick Horton, Robert Gavey.
Clarence Hinks, Walter Innerkofler, John Curtenis, John King, Leroy F. King, Alan Lawton, Jeffrey Lepore, John Macholik.
William McGill, Henry Mulkowski, Arthur Miller, Edward Nabanzi, Joseph Nabanzi, Martin O'Brien Jr., Earl Ogden, Gilbert Pierce.
James Rinaldi, Theodore Sandone, Stanley Skorsky, James Spranza, William Tomashitis, August Trotner, Robert Triggs, Walter Tipowitz.
Albert Udis, Joseph Vish, Andrew Watson, Ralph White, Francis Watkowski, Joseph Watkowski, Robert Wood.
The Korean War began June 25, 1950, and ended July 27, 1953. Total in-theater U.S. casualties were reported at 36,574. Total Connecticut losses, 326. Total Enfield losses, 4.
Francis Cody, Rosario Fidi, Edward Fountain, Edward Gorinsky,
The Vietnam War for the United States began February 28, 1961, and ends with the fall of Saigon in May 7, 1975. Total U.S. casualties are reported at 58,479. Connecticut losses are 631. Enfield losses are 4.
Robert Goulet, Johnny Ray Hansen, Carl John Marino, Angelo Sferrazza,
In response to the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, President George W. Bush launched the Overseas Contingency Operations, formerly known as the Global War on Terror, which began on September 14, 2001, and has officially ended on August 30, 2021. Although major wars have ended, low-level fighting continues in some areas. To date, there are 7,085 U.S. losses. Connecticut losses are 65. Enfield losses are 2.
Philip Andrew Jordan. Philip Alexander Johnson.
Before we place our ceremonial wreaths, will Vicki Stacy, the chaplain for the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 154 in Enfield, please come forward to bless our wreaths.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to come together to participate in the Wreaths Across America ceremony. Please bless these wreaths that we will soon be placing on the graves of the many veterans who are buried here in St. Patrick's Cemetery. As we place each wreath, we will remember the fallen as we say their names. We will honor those who served as we thank them for their service. And we will teach the young people here with us today what it means to be an American, to have the many freedoms these brave men and women have fought to secure for us. And to these I would add one more. We will pray for the men and women who continue to serve our country, who will not be home with their families this Christmas, as we pray for a world at peace. Amen.
Thank you, Vicki. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Army will be placed by Robert Stacy, American Legion, Post 154, Autumn Latazzi, Girl Scout Troop 10785, and Alex Paraday, Life Scout, Boy Scouts of America Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Marine Corps will be placed by Bob Driscoll, American Legion Post 80, Cheyenne Griffin, Girl Scouts of America Troop 10774, and Ben Knapp, Tenderfoot Scout, Boy Scouts of America Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Navy will be placed by Rick Gorman, American Legion Post 80, Emily Birdsey, Girl Scouts of America Troop 10774, Cameron Hoover, Star Boy Scouts of America Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Air Force will be placed by Steve Milot, American Legion Post 80, Juliet Miller, Girl Scouts of America Troop 10793, and Mason Peterson, Tenderfoot, Boy Scouts of America Troop 108. In honor of those who are serving in the United States Space Force, a wreath will be placed by Frank Mills, American Legion Post 154, Avery Lepin, Girl Scouts of America, Troop 10785, Alexander DeFranco, 2nd Class, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Coast Guard will be placed by Jim Grimald, American Legion Post 80, Kaylee Howell, Girl Scouts of America Troop 10774, and Joseph McLean, Life Scout, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of those who served and are serving in the United States Merchant Marines will be placed by Lawrence McCloskey, American Legion 154, Madeline Howe, Girl Scouts of America, Troop 10793, Jaden Lataki, Tenderfoot, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 108. A remembrance wreath in honor of the 93,129 United States Marine personnel from all branches of the service whose last known status was either prisoner of war or missing in action. This number includes 1,044 personnel from Connecticut. We shall never forget you. Madison Griffin, Girl Scouts of America, Troop 10785. Aiden Howell, Star Boy Scouts of America, Troop 108. I'd like to make a special note today that the Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency announced during 2024 that the remains of 2 Connecticut residents were identified. World War II Army Sergeant Jack Zarafian of Bridgeport, Connecticut, and World War II Army Air Force Staff Sergeant Frank J. Teton of Hartford. May they rest in peace. A message to our children who are here today in hopes that you understand the freedoms you enjoy have not been free, but have come with a cost that someday you or somebody you love may have to pay. To all the sponsors and attendees and volunteers, thank you. Because of you, we are growing. There were 2,539 wreaths delivered the other day and have been placed at every Enfield cemetery and some monuments. So thank you so much. We're halfway through being able to place 5,000 wreaths throughout Enfield. As we look forward to 2025, National Wreaths Across America has once again announced their 2025 promotion of Sponsor a Wreath, Get One Wreath. Inside your program is a form. If you are interested in helping us double our wreath sponsorship, please sponsor now and help us honor more veterans throughout Enfield. For those who are planning to place a wreath, remember we are not here today to decorate graves. We are here to remember their lives. Each wreath is a gift of appreciation from a grateful nation. You are welcome to take the tag that is on the wreath, and you can keep that as an appreciation from us and Wreaths Across America. Veterans' graves are identified with an American flag and a pink or orange construction flag. Unfortunately, some of those little construction flags came off, so if you see a American flag with just a wire standing next to it, that is a veteran. Please place a wreath at only veterans' graves. If there are 2 construction flags at one grave, there are 2 veterans laid to rest there. Honor both veterans with their own wreath, please. Before placing a wreath, please take a moment and say the name of the veteran as you place the wreath. Please make sure the bow is at the 12 o'clock position and there are signs next to the stage wreaths showing how a wreath is placed. Please remove the construction flag and place it in one of the orange Home Depot buckets. Thank you. For those that are sitting and are able to stand, please rise for the rifle salute, echo taps, and retirement of the colors. Once the colors are retired, please join Jen Jarvis in singing God Bless America. Color guard, retire the colors.
Right.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Beautiful. Thank you, Jen. This concludes our ceremony. Thank you for being in attendance. And please take a wreath and place a wreath and say the veteran's name. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.